Hey, why is everybody silent, right? Weren't you bragging about how Raw got a 2.2 post SummerSlam? Um, didn't I say those were just casuals that were curious about what Raw was going to look like under Triple H? And I said, that's not going to last long. They are going to leave. Those were curious people that wanted to see Raw after SummerSlam. Don't take it too seriously, but you dumbasses did. It's like, look, man, I don't want Triple H to fail, but I'm being realistic. I don't speak from a fancy land perspective. It's like, you gotta wake up. I knew the rating was gonna go down the next week. I kept telling you this. Like, why would you make a big deal out of the 2.2 rating? Like, that was permanent. Like, that was gonna stay forever. It's like, you guys are fake. Dog, how come nobody is telling me that the Raw rating went down as I predicted it will go down? It went down all the way to 1.8. Where did they go? Huh? Let me tell you something. 1.8 will be their ceiling. I'm just telling you, that will be their max ceiling from now on. Now, I wish it can go up, but as you dumbasses always do, you always get your hopes up because you hate Vince McMahon so bad. You thought that was good. This was the highest rating for the past 2 years. Okay, where are they at? Where did they go? Didn't I tell you? Those were curious casuals that were not going to stay for long. Just like the Raw after WrestleMania, it's not going to last long. Didn't I say that I would bet money that the Raw rating will go down the next week? And it did. Where's my money at? Right? Where are you at? In my comment section, so many people were bragging about the 2.2 rating. Like it was like it was some kind of improvement. Like, oh, it's all because of Triple H. I'm like, what? It's like, look, man, if you place all these expectations on Triple H, he will fail. Because your high expectations of him, it will eventually fail if you are keep on putting all these top-notch expectations on his shoulders. He will fail. Calm down. It's like, give him the benefit of the doubt. Calm down. You see, now you look stupid. You have egg on your face. You are now disappointed because you placed too much high expectations on Triple H's shoulders. So now you look stupid. I didn't. It's like, I'm smart. I'm a smart wrestling fan. I watch from a smart guy's perspective. I knew it was going to go down. Dog, come to my channel to learn about wrestling, please. You look really, really fucking stupid. You look really stupid. Bragging about the 2.2 rate like it was gonna last long. Yeah. Who's right and who's wrong? As usual, I know more about wrestling than your ass do. Obviously, did not say the Raw rating will go down the next week, and it did, all the way to 1.8. Who called that? Me. Once again, Triple H keeps on proving me right every week. I said he's gonna bring back all his favorites, all his personal favorites. And he brought back Dexter Lumis. Now, I have no problem with him bringing back Dexter Lumis because I was very intrigued on what type of career would have had on a main roster. How would he be booked on a main roster? I wanted to see his potential be realized on the main roster. I said, okay, give him an opportunity to sink or swim. I want to see how he would do on the main roster. That's why I was pissed off when he got cut, because I was very curious. I want to see what kind of career he would have had on a main roster. Would he be used as a heel serious psycho, or would he be used as a comedy act? See, I was curious about those options. So I'm glad he's been brought back to show the world what he can do on a main roster. Now, it's up to him. He will either sink or swim, but at least give him the opportunity to sink or swim, which he is currently getting. So I have no problem with him being called up to the main roster. I have no problem with him being re-signed. But I have, dog, what is it with you guys, man? I don't get it. Am I missing something here? How come people are treating Johnny Gargano? Why are people treating him like he's Bray Wyatt? Listen, I don't get it. Why are people treating Johnny G like he's CM Junk or Bray Wyatt in terms of being a star? You see, it's only the small, little, tiny niche fans that are praying that he comes back. It's only the small, little niche audience. You see, I'm here to expose everybody. Look, man, this love for Johnny G, it's not real. It's maybe a small little 25% of the WWF fan base that actually wants him to come back. The rest of the percentage, they don't know who he is and they don't care if he ever comes back. You know why? They don't know him. See, do not pay attention to these smart mark podcasting YouTubers. Do not pay attention. Listen, don't take their tweets seriously. Don't take anything they say seriously about Johnny G. They are a small, little, tiny, little niche of the fan base. Don't take them seriously. Their words don't hold weight. Don't pay attention. Don't act like the whole world is on pins and needles on whether or not Johnny G comes back. Dog, nobody cares, man. I'm sorry to break it to you. The only people who care are the small little niche smart mark audience from NXT. Look, man, I've been following Johnny G for the past 5 years, man. If he was so good, if he was so talented, if he had the it factor, he would have been called up years ago if he was that guy. I don't get it. What makes you think he's going to make a difference? Where were you guys when he was in 2.0? Nobody cared about what he was doing. In fact, his name was being devalued down there for the past 2 years. Like, his star power went down. That was in freaking NXT, his home show. Look, man, if he was so good, he would have been called up years ago. And guess what? He actually was. And it didn't go well. Do you remember? I think it was 2019. It was Ricochet, Ciampa, Johnny G, and Aleister Black. They all got called up on Raw at the same time to show people what they got. The only people who actually got over was Ciampa and Ricochet. The other two did not get over. Once again, let's fast forward to 2022. Where is this fake fan base that wants this guy to be back? Where is this fake fan base that are jerking off to the possibility of him coming back on Raw to team up with Ciampa? I'm seeing the smart mark neckbeard, that little midget from New York, over here saying, oh, they are planting seeds. I'm seeing these smart marks over here jerking off because they saw Ciampa do the Gargano escape on Raw. They think that is a seed being planted that he's coming back. I'm like, so? Dog, the only people who noticed that were you hardcores. Smart marks. I got news for you. You are not the majority of the WWF audience. I guarantee you this. And please thank me later. If he were to come on Raw, if he were to come back to the WWF, if he were to be called up to the main roster, I guarantee you, we would hear pin drops. We would hear crickets. If Johnny G were to appear on Raw and team up with Ciampa, dog, he won't get no reaction. People are gonna say, who is this little guy and why should we care? What's so special about him? Does he look like Wardlow? Does he look like Powerhouse Hobbs? Huh? Hell, at least Dexter Lumis looks like a grown man. At least Karrion Kross looks like a grown man. At least he looks like a main eventer. Right? That looked very believable when he attacked Drew McIntyre. He looks like a star that should be a main eventer. So he looked legit. Johnny G does not look legit. Look, man, I got mad love for Triple H. I hope he succeeds. But dog, you gotta put this love for Johnny G to bed. In fact, Johnny G, he should be in AEW. What's the holdup? How come he's not signed there, man? What's the holdup, Tony Khan? Will you please take Johnny G off of Triple H's hands already? Where is he? Dog, Johnny G is not on an AEW roster, but guess what? He's one of the most over guys on that roster. Do you remember a couple of months ago, people thought Johnny G was going to make his AEW debut in I think it was in Ohio. They thought that was the seed that he was going to come and make his debut on Dynamite. And he didn't. And the crowd was very sad and disappointed that he didn't come to AEW. That means he's really over with that small little niche audience. Okay, take your ass over there. I don't get it. Dude, will you please go to AEW? Everything is set up perfect for you. You got Regal. You got CM Junk. You got Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is your idol, right? You always say your dream match is to face Daniel Bryan. Okay, take your ass over there, dog. Take your ass over there before Daniel Bryan retires. Hurry up. Do you think Daniel Bryan is going to be wrestling for the next 5-10 years? No, he is not. Not at that style. This dude always gets hurt. Dude, Johnny G, will you please strike while the iron is hot? Wrestle Daniel Bryan right now while he's still young. Well, young enough. To the point where he can still do some of the same stuff he's been doing for the past 10 years, okay? Take advantage. Dog, that's every smart mark's wet dream. Johnny G versus Daniel Bryan. Dog, when it comes to Johnny G, it's like, bruh, keep that same energy. I'm like, didn't you have a promo a couple of months ago saying that you wanted to bet on yourself? People know what that means. That means leave the company and go somewhere else to see if you can be a star somewhere else, okay? Prove it. Tony Khan, why haven't you signed this guy? Sign him, man. Look, I remember I said, if Sasha Banks were to go to AEW, I said that would be a huge mistake for her, right? Well, I'm saying if Johnny G goes back to the WWF, I don't care if Triple H is there. That will be the biggest mistake of his life. That would be the biggest mistake during his prime right now. That would be a huge mistake. He's not over. Dog, you don't get it. He was on Raw before. He wrestled on Raw and SmackDown a couple of years ago. And guess what? The crowd didn't care about him. Let that sink in. And back then, more people were watching Raw and SmackDown. Way more than they are now. So, what are we talking about here? Nothing has changed. He's the same guy. He hasn't got any bigger. Same moves, same character. Dog, what's going on here? Look, man, He fits AEW like a glove. He fits AEW like a glove, man. It's like he has so many dream matches lined up. What is his problem? Why have you signed there, dog? Damn, Bryan is there. That's your dream match. It's like, hell, how about we add him to the goddamn Fight Club, right? It's like he has so many dream matches for a Smart Mark's wet dream, right? How about Johnny G versus MJF, or Johnny G versus Wheeler Yuta, Johnny G versus Orange Cassidy, Johnny G versus Andre Idol, Johnny G versus Darby Allin. It's like, dog, don't you realize, is he not watching the show? Look, maybe Johnny G does not watch AEW because, bruh, I hope you... All the black and gold guys are beloved in that audience in AEW. Dog, you are the most beloved black and gold NXT guy of all time. So if you were to go there, you would be mega over. So go. All your friends are over there. You don't need the WWF. It's like, why would they pair up Ciampa and Johnny G on Raw? They did that before. They didn't get over. Bruh, that main roster audience, they don't know a damn thing about the past relationship between Ciampa and Johnny G. That is a NXT niche storyline. We don't care about that on the main roster. If he were to show up, people are not going to care about what they've been through down in NXT. Hell, people barely know who Dexter Lumis is. And he showed up tonight. People barely know who he is. And he was paired up with Johnny G for the past 2 years. I don't get it. Why are you so excited for him to come back? He's not CM Junk. He's not Bray Wyatt. Now, I can see people, praying and hoping that CM Junk were to come out of retirement. Because you know why? He is a star, right? At least he is a star, right? At least the casuals know who he is. CM Junk has a Hall of Fame WWF resume, right? He was over. Now, I don't like him, but he was over, so I can see his fans wanting him to come back to wrestling. I can see that. Same as Bray Wyatt. Those guys are stars, multiple time world champions. Casuals know who they are. Millions of people know who they are, literally. Right? Thousands of people know who Johnny G is. Not millions, thousands of people know who Johnny G is. That's not good. You serious? Why do you want him to come back? He has so many dream matches in AEW lined up for him. How about Dante Martin? Johnny G. Johnny G. Come on, bro. Wardlow. Johnny G. Hell, Pac versus Johnny G. You don't want to see that match? Come on, man. Do not hype up the train of him going back to the WWF. But guess what? I think he might go back to the WWF. I don't get it, man. This will be the biggest mistake of his life. He's not going to get over. Dog, the Raw audience, they don't give a damn about NXT. They don't give a damn about the indies. Okay? They care about guys who look like stars. When it comes to the AEW crowd, they care about the work rate. They don't care about your size. They care about how you work in the ring. Okay? Newsflash, bruh. Go to the WWE. Go to AEW. It's like, look. Oh my gosh, man. Y'all don't get it. Johnny G is about 5'7", 5'8", if he's lucky. What, maybe he's 170? I'm being very generous. He's maybe 170. What makes you think he's gonna get over on the main roster on Raw or SmackDown? Dog, he's 5'8", maybe 170. Dog, he sounds like a AEW star to me. Because they don't care about your size. Look at Jungle Boy. Hell, Jungle Boy versus Johnny G. Christian Cage versus Johnny G. Right? That's all Johnny G cares about is pro wrestling, right? Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Take your ass to Dynamite. Oh, what are we doing here? Why is this even a discussion? I don't give a damn if Vince McMahon is not there. That's not the point. I don't care if he's there or not. Hell, I don't care if freaking Gorilla Monsoon is there. Okay? I don't care if Jim Ross is there. I don't care if Johnny Ace is there, even though he's gone now. I don't care. I don't care if Vince McMahon Sr. is still alive. That's not the point. I'll focus on the crowd. The main roster crowd does not care about Johnny G. They are going to say, who is this small little dude? Why should we care about him? He's 5'8", 170. What's so special? Why should we cheer him? Why is he helping out Ciampa against The Miz? Like, what's going on here? Why should we care? Now, I'm a casual, I'm saying that. Other casuals think how I think. Johnny G, Triple H, come on, dog. There's only so many guys you can bring back, right? Look, man, I saw that Raw. Dog, they were in Ohio, right? Now, Dolph Ziggler, he is a Ohio legend. Kent State Hall of Famer. He is a star in Ohio. That's his hometown, right? And he faced Chad Gable. Dog, that crowd was quiet. In fact, that crowd was quiet out through the whole night of Raw for 3 hours. Right? Now, Dolph Ziggler, he's a face now. Casuals know who he is. He has history. Right? And him and Chad Gable, they had a good match. But the crowd didn't cheer. They didn't yell. They were pitch quiet. Right? And guess what? They know who Dolph Ziggler is. That's his hometown of Ohio. They know who he is, but they were so bored with the show. Right? It was a quiet show, bro. I watched it was very quiet. So just imagine Johnny G versus Chad Gable on Raw. Do you think the crowd is going to pop? Do you think the crowd is going to care or cheer? If they didn't care about Dolph and Chad, they didn't care about them. Now look, I have noticed that the matches have gotten better on Raw. I have noticed that when it comes to the quality, I have noticed that the matches are actually better when it comes to quality. But once again, this is not NXT. This is Raw. This is the main roster where the majority of the audience, they have very short attention spans. We don't want to see 15, 20-minute matches, dog. Okay, unless it's the main event, we don't want to see that. We want to see you get in, get out. Once again, take it from me. I'm a casual. I ain't no hardcore. I don't like long matches that don't have a story. I don't want to see long matches between guys who can work. Okay, yeah, so live to fight another day. If you are not in no blood feud, I don't want to see a long ass match. Okay, say that when you're in a feud. See, look, that crowd was quiet because they got bored. The matches are getting too long. Yeah, they are quality matches, right? They are quality matches, but you gotta read the room. This is not AEW. They like it down in AW, right? They like long matches that don't mean shit. They are into that. But this is the WWF. Dog, Kane wasn't having long matches. Randy Orton wasn't having long matches on Raw. on Raw. The hell? John Cena wasn't having long matches on Raw. Unless they meant something. Freaking Batista, Taker, who else? Freaking Brock back in his prime. He wasn't having long matches on Raw and SmackDown. Dude, go back to the Ruthless Aggression era. Dog, I rarely ever saw long matches on Raw and SmackDown. I rarely saw it. And the crowd still loved the show. See? It's not about quantity. It's about quality, man. Quality is you putting on tons of long matches that don't mean anything. As a casual, we don't want to see it. But let's get back on Johnny G. What? He's not going to help a damn thing with Raw or SmackDown, bro. If that crowd didn't pop for King Cross, they're not going to pop for Johnny G. Get that through your head. It's like, when did he turn into CM Junk? It's like, y'all want to see him that bad? Like, come on, man. I don't get it. He left voluntarily, so why would you bring him back? Dog, I hope you know. Vince did want to sign him back, but Johnny G didn't want to sign back. Okay, all right, go. What's the holdup, dog? I'm like, dog, all your friends are in AEW. Adam Coleslaw, Fish, Riley, Regal, Lee, Swerve, all your friends are down there. Andre Idol, Black, Buddy Murphy, all those guys on there, Tony Storm. Dog, does he realize if he were to go to AEW, he would be a megastar over there? A megastar. That crowd would eat him up. He would be the John Cena of AEW. They would love him that much. Come on, man. Y'all, look, you nerds don't want to see Johnny G versus Kenny Omega? Come on, bruh. Why do you want... He has no matches on Raw that I want to see. Who is going to face that you want to see him face? Who? Seth Rollins, Riddle, Owens, Zeke? Who? There's nobody on that roster that can face Johnny G in terms of, do you want to see that match? No. He has no opponents lined up on Raw, so why do you want to see him go there? He needs to take his ass to Dynamite. I don't get it, man. He fits everything you're looking for. Tony Khan, dog, what's the holdup, man? Daniel Bryan, where you at? Daniel Bryan, where are you at? Will you please get on the bat phone and get his ass to AEW, dog? I don't get it. You say you a fan of his. Okay, prove it. Let's see the match. Y'all don't want to see Daniel Bryan versus Johnny G? You dorks, you nerds, y'all don't want to see that? Oh, freaking Triple H is back in charge, so now y'all don't want him to go to AEW. Y'all some turncoats, bro. I don't get it. Y'all fickle. Damn, man, y'all some fickle human beings. You was hyping it up, crying and praising and just jumping for joy about the possibility of Johnny G going to AEW, but now that Triple H is back in charge, I'm not hearing those talks anymore about you wanting to go to AEW. See, you are fickle. Oh, Vince was in charge, so yeah, you don't want him to go back to the WWF. Oh, but now his boy is back in charge, so you want him to go to the WWF. Hold on, no. Aren't you a fanboy of AEW? You don't want him to go there now? See, it's just, y'all fickle, man. With a big F, y'all fickle. Every time somebody has an open challenge on Dynamite, you nerds always hope that it was Johnny G. This was before Triple H was in charge. See, that's the definition of being fickle. Now that he's in charge now, you don't want him to go to AEW now. That's fickle. That's fickle, man. It's mind-blowing. What's the big deal about Johnny G? I'm shocked. I am flabbergasted. What's the big deal about this guy? He's 5'8", 170 pounds. If that, I'm being generous. Hell, I think Adam Coleslaw might be bigger than Johnny G. Come on, man, let that sink in. I just don't get it. He has no prospects down in the WWF. He has no dream opponents. All his dream opponents are down in AEW. Come on, man, y'all gotta keep that same energy. It's like, what's going on here? It's like, what makes him a star? What makes him so great? If he was so great, he would have been called up to the main roster a long time ago, and he would have stayed there. So now all of a sudden he's some big time star now. What makes him a star now? See, what makes him a star? How can Johnny G not bother you as a fan of professional wrestling? You a fan of Stone Cold, right? The Rock, Triple H, Taker, Goldberg, Kevin Nash, Luger, Johnny G. I can't get jiggy with that. I can't get jiggy with this shit. I didn't grow up on guys who look like Johnny G. I like guys who look like men. What's so special about this guy? Look, man, I'm not trying to bury him. I don't see the big deal about Johnny G. And it's crazy because he wants to be an Intercontinental Champion. That's the toast of it all. I don't get it, dog. You don't have any dreams about being a TNT champion or something? You don't have any dreams about being the AEW World Champion or something? Come on, man. Why do you want to be an IC champion? See, that's how I know he is going to come back. His dream is to become the Intercontinental Champion. Good goddamn Lord, man. Wow. This is not good, man. I have no problem with Triple H bringing back certain guys. Only the guys with potential, with upside. Lumis has upside if you give him a chance to be a heel. Cross has upside depending how you book him. Johnny G has no upside. Ciampa has huge upside, my opinion. If you book him right, he has huge upside. He fits the main roster, hence why he actually got over years ago and not Johnny G when they got caught up. But the point is, I don't want him to come back to the WWF. It's like, go to AW, man. You have so many dream opponents lined up. It just fits. It's like, dog, you need a clean, fresh start. Dynamite needs players. Look. Tony Khan needs Johnny G more than H needs him. H does not need him, but he might bring him back. That's it. I'm done.